Hi, I am the Box Office Wizard bringing you weekend box office predictions and movie review. For today's show, going to review the actual numbers from this past weekend's box office. Also give you an update on my segment of Beat the Expert, where I compare myself to other experts that make predictions as well. And also a quick update on the movie The Mechanic 2, its box office gross in China. Number one was a big surprise. It was actually a big weekend for the movies overall. Saw some pretty good numbers coming in. Big surprise though was Boo, Madea Halloween, came in number one at $28.5 million. Huge start for this movie. Only had a $20 million budget. This movie's going to make a lot of money. Trailer looks funny. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't met anybody that's seen it yet. But you know, it actually looks pretty good from just that standpoint. And you know, its faithful and loyal fans did go out to see it. And I would venture to guess that word of mouth is probably pretty good on it. So I would venture to guess that it will have a pretty good second weekend, especially with it being the holiday weekend coming up here. So my prediction on this was only $17.7 million. I think it was actually the second highest expert that made a prediction. I think the next was, actually I take it back, I was the highest on this one. And the next was it was around 17 million as well. So second place was Jack Reacher. It came in at $22.9 million. I made a prediction of 20.4. So not too bad on my part. Brian had made a prediction of $19.5 million. Thanks for that prediction. It's now also made $31 million overseas, so it's off to a decent start, and just as those numbers will continue to trickle in throughout the week, and we'll have to just see how well this movie will do compared to the first one. Finishing in third place was Ouija. It came in at $14.1 million. I made a prediction of 16.3. The movie obviously came in a lot softer than what the original did. With this being a sequel, you know, and it's kind of not a surprise, but at the same time though, reviews I'm seeing on this are actually pretty okay at this point. From, you know, reviews you get before are more of the critics. From this the standpoint now, it's more of who have actually seen it, and a lot of people are thinking it's okay. So we'll just have to wait and see what kind of numbers you might get the second week. But if the numbers continue to drop on what people are thinking about throughout the week, you know, you may see a 70% drop of this movie next weekend. So it only has a $9 million budget though, so it'll make a little bit of money here, and it has made a little bit overseas already. I think about $9 million as well. So finishing in fourth was The Accountant. Came in at $13.6 million. That's what my prediction was. I was right on that one. It's now made $48 million here in the U.S., so it's continuing to do very well. Fifth place was Girl on the Train. I made a prediction of $6.3 million. Came in at $7.1 million. It's now made $104 million worldwide, so people are continuing to see this movie, and you know, it'll probably finish $150 million range if I had to venture to guess. I'm not sure how many more markets it does have to open overseas. I haven't seen any numbers, but probably about 150, maybe 165 total. So sixth place was Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Came in at $5.9 million. My prediction was 5.4, so I was pretty close there. It's now made $225 million worldwide. This movie's done excellent, so venture to guess if there's a sequel out there, I'm sure they're already working on it. So seventh place was another debut of Keeping Up with the Joneses. Pretty much bombed as it was expected. Came in at $5.5 million. I made a prediction of 5.8. Obviously, this movie will wither down fairly quickly and probably be out of theaters within a month. So eighth place was Kevin Hart, What Now? Had a 65% drop. Probably not a surprise with this movie. Came in at $4.1 million. I made a prediction of 4.7. You know, it's made $19 million now in the U.S. though, so not bad for a movie that's about a comedy live show. So, ninth place was Storks, came in at $4 million. I made a prediction of 3.7 million, so I was right there on that. It's now made $149 million worldwide, so it's very good return on its investment so far. I think the budget was $70 million. So, last place was Deepwater Horizon, came in at $3.4 million. I made a prediction of 3.2. It's only still made $55 million in the U.S. and $92 million overall worldwide. So, you know, with that $110 million budget, they're going to be writing some of this off more than likely, unless it just explodes on Blu-ray DVD. So, hey, the next part of my show is Beat the Expert, and for the week, I came in first at 88.4%. Second place was Box Office Pro at 87.3%. Third place was Box Office Profits at 83.7%, and right out the bottom was Box Office Mojo at 83%. Overall, I have maintained my lead at 82.4%, with Box Office Pro at 81.5%, and then third place is Box Office Mojo at 80.4%, and Box Office Profits at 77.4%. Hey, quick news on the movie The Mechanic 2. that Variety had an article that that a viewer made me aware of, and the Mechanic 2 actually debuted in China this past weekend, and it started off with 24.3 million. That's just unbelievable. You know, he is very big over there, but that is just phenomenal numbers for that movie. He obviously didn't do as well here. It did okay, but he is very popular over there still. Kind of give you a comparison, you know, Tom Cruise is very well known international. Jack Reacher only made 5.9 million this weekend in China, so that is just surprising. Great to hear that movie did so well over there. So thanks for the tip as well. Appreciate those. If you guys ever see articles like that, I definitely love sharing those. So hey, that's it for today's show. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be back on Friday giving you predictions you can count on. They're better than the weatherman. Take care.